When we first acquired yung original stocks namin, it came to us at around 7 kilos na mga halos 2 months old. And yung paglaki niya was very, very slow. Siguro, well, for any kind of operation, hindi acceptable yung growth rate niya no? But I found them to be very strong, malakas sa elements, matibay sa sakit. So nakakahinayang naman yung lahi na yan na hindi i-develop with such potential. So we decided sa limited background namin sa livestock raising to try to improve yung breed through selective breeding. No? So what we did was we started assuring na may genetic diversity na hindi related yung mga ibinibreed namin, and we would choose yung mga best conformed animals to breed, no? Dapat kasi hindi porke babae siya na readily breedable siya or lalaki siya na dapat siya maging breeder na boar. Dapat taasan natin yung standards natin sa pagpili natin ng breeders natin. For females, kailangan we have to choose na a certain number of teats so that yung ability nila to nurse more piglets will be there. Kailangan yung maternal instincts nila should be very good so that hindi nila nakakrush yung piglets nila pagka nanganganak sila. Kailangan yung ability nila na to give birth on their own should also be very evolved para hindi yan highly dependent sa human intervention pagka nanganganak yan. Sa lalaki naman, of course, ang hinahanap natin dyan yung mabilis lumaki, yung very fertile, yung very well, basically physical conformation hinahanap natin dyan. We're looking at very broad shoulders kasi yan ang pinagkukunan natin ng kasim. Gusto natin mahaba yung katawan so we get more meat from the animal. We need meatier hams or yung pigi. Kailangan wider body. So basically a better conformed animal dapat ang binibreed natin, no? Hindi pagtsatsagaan ang poorly built animals na i-breed. Kasi most often than not, yung mga nag-aalaga ng native na baboy natin have no background sa breeding. So napapabayaan minsan na mother-son, father-daughter, or brother-sister na nagme-meet for successive generations. And pagka continuous yan nangyayari, paliit ng paliit ang nagiging katawan nila, and at the same time, yung reproductive capabilities nila will become compromised. So, ang litters nila lumiliit, yung fertility nila will be affected. So hindi sila nagsa-cycle on schedule, hindi sila nabubuntis every time they are bred, no? So yan yung mga resulta ng inbreeding na kailangan at all costs na iiwasan. Now, in any farm, every breeding has to be planned, no? Kailangan alam mo kung kailan magsa-cycle ang inahin mo. Kailangan alam mo kung kanino mo siya i-breed, kailangan alam mo kung kailan siya i-check para malaman kung nag-take siya sa pregnancy niya or hindi, and then kailangan alam mo kung kailan siya manganganak. Most often than not, marami akong nakikita na nagtatanong, buntis kaya ito o hindi? 'Di ba? Immediately, 21 days after breeding, malalaman mo kung buntis yan. 'Di ba? And then magtatanong kailan ito manganganak. That will happen 114 days after na mag-take siya from the breeding. So you have to take an effort to note down these dates para alam mo more or less when to expect na manganganak or when to expect na kailangan ka mag-rebreed ng animal mo or ng sow mo. It's all really a matter of establishing a management system sa production mo. Kasi if you don't, then you are feeding a lot of animals that are not being productive for you. Diba? And if hindi sila productive for you, edi sayang lang yung space na ino-occupy nila sa farm mo, no? So kami, if a sow is not pregnant, no, dahil hindi siya mabuntis, we have to eliminate her from the herd kasi hindi siya fertile. Or if nakikita namin na hindi siya successively hindi siya mabuntis, eliminated siya. Or pagka nakikita namin pagka nanganganak siya, maliliit yung litter niya, natanggal namin siya. Or pagka nakikita namin ilang beses siya nanganak o konti yung anak niya or namamatay yung anak niya, pinapalitan na namin siya, no? It's really all a matter of selection, no? The breeding management, it's all about selection, no? So everything is in your hands pagka ganyan, eh, no? The progress you will make will depend on the time that you put in and the efforts that you put into the system that you've created sa farm mo. Yung native pigs natin, historically, in our research, no, were brought in by Spanish or Portuguese, and tawag nila dyan Creole pigs, no. Yan yung mga itim na baboy na nakikita natin ngayon, ano. Tapos ang nangyari dyan siguro dahil hindi hindi maayos yung pag-aalaga sa kanila, paliit ng paliit yung frame at size nila at yung performance nila nag-deteriorate. So yung ginagawa namin dito sa farm is we're trying to develop yung native na breed natin. Although nga dala yan dito na Spanish and Portuguese, no. Ang naisip namin is to find a comparable range breed, no, na pwedeng i-upgrade, no, kasi the strategy to improve yung livestock is by upgrading, eh, no. So through research we were able to find a breed in the UK called a Berkshire. It's a herd that's maintained by the royal family, and yung history niyan was that yung breed na yan, yung Berkshire na yan, was given, part of it was given as a gift to the Emperor of Japan, na because that particular breed is known for producing outstanding meat quality, no. So nagustuhan ng Emperor ng Japan dyan, and it came to be known as Kurobuta, no, which in Japanese translates into black pig, no. In the market, it is known as the Kobe beef of the pork world, no. So pagkadating sa meat quality, yan talaga, that's the best pork talaga in the world, ano. And ang kagandahan yan, it is a range breed. So ibig sabihin yan, yung tibay niya dahil sa range yan pinalalaki ay matibay talaga. So we decided na mag-import ng genetics niyan dito by the means of yung similya. Kasi we felt that importing live animals may be too great a risk financially because one, baka hindi niya kayanin yung acclimatization dito sa Pilipinas. So what we did was we started an artificial insemination program sa mga piling-piling inahin natin na native. And then from there, we were able to develop a two-pronged breeding program para sa farm natin. Now, itong breeding program nito is one, to develop a better conformed and better performing native pig, no, or native hybrid by breeding out the Berkshire from it. And then another one is to create an island-born, fully acclimatized Berkshire breed dito sa Pilipinas. Yung paggamit ng Berkshire dito sa Pilipinas is nothing new. It has already been done before by a professor from UP Los Baños, no? If I'm not mistaken, it probably happened sometime in the 50s or 60s, and it was crossed to a hala-hala breed natin dito. So they developed a breed called a Berkhala, and I think na makikita yan sa libro. Yung native na baboy natin for the longest time, ano, was probably nasa sa kamay ng mga kaibigan natin ng mga magsasaka. Yung nga lang, dahil din sa hirap ng buhay, hindi na ibibigay yung lahat ng pangangailangan nung baboy, no. So minsan tinatali na lang siya sa ilalim ng mangga, kunin na lang kung ano yung pwede niyang kainin. And most often than not, yung quality ng nutrition na kukuha niya medyo mababa. Of course, poor nutrition translates into slow growth, slow development, and lesser fertility and reproductive capacity. Pero what we did is we just brought out that or unlocked that potential in the native breed. So now we are able to produce animals that are better performing, better conformed, sa sows, so sa mga inahin, we do not use farrowing crates, yung mga ginagamit nila sa mga conventional pigs. Pagka nanganganak sila, they're able to give birth na walang farrowing crates. They don't crush yung mga anak nila at minimal ang mortality nila at naibubuhay. Mataas ang winning rate natin ng piglets, maganda yung milking ability nung mga nanay, upon several instances na nagpa-slaughter tayo at na-sample natin yung meat, we were able to witness the very good marbling nung karne, and then we were able to of course experience better tasting meat, not only through the genetics, pero of course dahil na rin sa feeding program na ginagawa natin sa kanila, which is a natural feeding program.